Jimmy Kimmel's having a rough week, ABC has decided to pull Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely. Why? Well, it's because of a comment he made about a recent shooting involving right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from.
The network is playing it safe, letting things cool down. As the controversy swirls, it's not just Jimmy feeling the heat. His wife Molly McNearney is right in it with him. She's not only his spouse, but also a driving force behind Jimmy Kimmel Live, as its executive producer and co-head writer. Molly's fingerprints are all over the show, and she's produced some of Hollywood's biggest nights, from the Emmys to the Oscars, including the 95th Academy Awards Jimmy hosted in March 2023.
Jimmy will do a 10-minute monologue, and then we're going to present Best Actress with 5 former winners in the category. Don't say any of their names because then we will have...
I'm going to say their names.
No.
So, how did these two end up together? It didn't start with romance. Back in 2010, Molly began working for Jimmy. She was his assistant after already having been in the industry, and there was an awkward first impression. Molly once shared that when they first met, Jimmy barely glanced up when Molly was introduced. But as soon as someone mentioned she competed in triathlons, he threw out a, "That is really stupid. What a waste of time." Ouch. Neither of them were single at first. They were strictly friends, colleagues. But as time went on, something changed. They hung out more. The writer's room after the show became a place for connection. And then, this is almost cheesy, but Jimmy started cooking for Molly. That, apparently, sealed the deal.
Well, the first date was at his house, coming over for dinner. But the first time we went out, we went actually up to Napa Valley, and we did like a weekend wine tasting, which was really nice.
After a few years together, Jimmy proposed during a trip to South Africa's Kruger National Park, surrounded by wildlife and an unforgettable romantic backdrop. They got married in July 2013 in Ojai, California. The couple's wedding guests included famous friends like Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Emily Blunt, Jennifer Aniston. Instead of gifts, they asked guests to donate to charity, which seems very them. Then off they went to honeymoon in Portofino, Italy. Molly's always tried to balance her roles: wife, mom, co-worker, especially in that writer's room where she was, at one point, the only female writer. She worried what dating her boss might do to the team dynamic. Would jokes stop? Would things get weird? But over time, it seems they found a rhythm where work and home life coexist, sometimes messy, sometimes beautiful.
Yeah, since we started dating and working at the same place, I really like to keep it separate, and it really is. My work life and my home life, even though they involve the same human, feel very, very different.
They have 2 children together, a daughter named Jane and a son, William Billy John. The kids are obviously central to their lives.
Every time you cook with the kids, read to the kids, fish with the kids, hug inside, hug outside, or walk upstairs with the kids. I took all of these. I'm exhausted.
Their son Billy faced serious health challenges, born with a congenital heart condition, requiring 3 surgeries. That experience, Molly has said, has been both terrifying and transformational.
They did an echocardiogram, which is a sonogram of the heart, and found that Billy was born with a heart disease, something called tetralogy of Fallot with pulmonary atresia.
Molly shared how in the days following surgery, she was back at home, breastfeeding, watching Jimmy tell their story on TV, and how she couldn't stop crying. It hit her, the reality, the courage it took.
No parent should ever have to decide if they can afford to save their child's life. It just shouldn't happen.
Charity work is also part of their shared story. In 2020, they announced matching donations up to $25,000 for St. Joseph Center in Los Angeles. They believe in giving back. And Jimmy's long-supported causes like Alex's lemonade stand for childhood cancer research, things that matter deeply to both of them, especially after going through the health scares with Billy. Now, Kimmel finds himself in an exclusive but uneasy club as the second late-night host this year to have his show pulled. after CBS ended Stephen Colbert's, officially for financial reasons, though many think it was over his stance on President Trump. Yep, it's the end of an era. But while the curtain's coming down on the show, there's one thing that stayed constant in Stephen's life: his love for his wife, Evelyn McGee Colbert.
Longtime viewers know no Valentine's is complete without my favorite and forever Valentine, my wonderful wife, Evie. Evie, everybody! Hello, John.
And trust me, their love story could easily be its own charming rom-com. Let's rewind to over 30 years ago. Stephen and Evelyn first locked eyes at a theater in Charleston during a performance of the musical Hydrogen Jukebox. He was in the lobby, she walked in, and boom. Stephen said he knew right then and there she was the one.
And I think her. Honest to God, I thought, there's your wife, you're gonna marry her.
Now that's what we call love at first sight.
I think her kindness and her hopefulness is really romantic, because romance has at its heart that something beautiful is coming along the way.
As if the universe really wanted to make this happen, the two ended up chatting at the after party and realized their families had known each other for ages.
And I look at her, and the moment our eyes met, we both went, oh, you're Evie McGee, you're Stephen Colbert. We realized we had grown up with each other, but hadn't gone to the same school. She'd gone to the all-girls school, and I'd gone to essentially the all-boys school.
And get this, that day Stephen had just come back home for a heart-to-heart with his mom about whether he should marry someone else. The other woman had given him an ultimatum: marry me or we're done. And his mom, she didn't sugarcoat it.
And she said, do you want to marry her? I said, I don't know. And she said, I don't know isn't good enough.
That moment of clarity led to the breakup. And then, that very night, she invited him to see a show. That show, where he met Evelyn. Sometimes the universe really knows what it's doing.
The most romantic thing about him, well, he's a good listener.
They tied the knot in October 1993, years before Stephen became a late-night TV icon.
I think October's a great time to get married. Yeah.
I agree.
It's not too hot, it's not winter yet, and you know, it's cool, crisp, but warm, beautiful.
What do you remember about our wedding?
How nervous you were.
From the start, he brought all the romance. Evelyn told Oprah that early in their relationship, he even showed up to a date playing a baritone horn to serenade her. Who does that? Stephen Colbert, that's who. Now, while Stephen might be the one in the spotlight every night, Evelyn is a powerhouse in her own right. She's a former actress. You might have spotted her in Strangers with Candy, Alpha House, or even The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. But that's just the beginning. Today she's an independent film producer, the VP of Spartina Productions, that's Stephen's company, and the president of the Montclair Film Board of Trustees. Now that's a resume worth bragging about.
Your wife is great.
Yeah,
she
Evie
really is.
Evie is the best.
And the two aren't just partners in love, they're creative collaborators too. When Stephen won an Emmy in 2021 for his election night special, he made sure to shout out Evelyn for helping bring the show to life during the pandemic. She was a huge part of this past year, he said. She's an absolute rock. He even joked that the only good thing about COVID was that she got to be part of the show.
And I also want to thank the greatest audience and the greatest partner I could ever have, my wife, Evie. Thank you very much.
They've built a beautiful life together in Montclair, New Jersey, raising 3 kids, Madeline, Peter, and John. Locals say the Colberts are always around, down to earth, and deeply involved in the community. Evelyn's been a driving force behind the Montclair Film Festival from the very beginning. And together, the couple has helped raise funds for the New Jersey arts scene, especially during the tough COVID years. Safe to say, they've earned their power couple status.
I think everybody wants to help out charities, especially help children and help in education.